It's going to be the future of YouTube.
Oh,
I'm going to have Ricky run the questions.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
You out of here?
All right, guys.
Are you squeezing a big poop out?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
I'm going to do this for Curtis. All right, guys.
too.
Where do you see the future of YouTube going since you started roughly 6 years ago?
Is that you?
I
is-
guess.
Ashley.
Yeah. I think YouTube Shorts are going to be really big, which is really sad because income-wise, it just is so much less.
I love that you went straight to the money. I mean, really, because of the money.
And I tell I do a year recap of my channel and with my audience. I'm like, this is how much I made. So yeah, I mean, and I don't think there's as much of a connection with short form content. Maybe with some creators who have a gift for it. But it's really tough to see that like all the views are going there.
Yeah.
So I do think that's going to be a huge part of it. Although I hope long form doesn't go away. I don't think it will, but I definitely think YouTube is becoming more of it's an app on the TV. People are watching at night, like it's almost like in that 20-minute, let's watch this episode of whatever. But then on their phones, they're just doing the shorts. I think that's kind of what I'm seeing. I don't know.
It's almost like two different audiences.
Two different audience. And yeah, even with comments on my short form versus my long form, the comments are like really savage
Brutal
on the shorts because they don't know me. They're just like, who is this lady?
Yeah.
I don't watch shorts at all.
You don't watch any shorts?
I don't watch any shorts.
Really?
I don't like them.
Really?
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
I watch shorts.
It's so fast. I'll try and I'm like, that was it. I'm like, I want to watch a whole thing. I want to put something that'll distract me for at least 5 minutes.
Okay.
There is an art to shorts, of course. I never want to take away credit from people who are killing it in the shorts, you know, and they're doing great. But long form, and I'm just an old school YouTube guy. I'm obviously an editor. I love the time and the effort. I like, even though shorts can get you, you can get emotional watching people give away money and there's this and that, or, it's really funny because it's quick and there's a certain way they do it. But to me, nothing will ever beat that long form of like, the longer you build an emotion, the bigger the reaction at the end.
Totally.
So even though there are like, shorts that are impactful, when they're spread out into a long video that's properly done, of course, because there's people who drag out videos, I feel like the result is always so much better.
Yeah.
Shorts too, like you said, I see so many creators. There's a guy I watch. I don't think he's ever watched their channel. His name's Minty Comedic Reviews. He does he's a big 10 things you didn't know about Friday the 13th, Harry Potter, or whatever it could be. And I saw him do a post recently being really discouraged by shorts. And he's like, YouTube wants me so bad to do it, and I don't want to do it. I don't want to give you guys don't take this as shorts being that way, but I don't want to give you guys crappy content to try to get some new subscribers.
Right.
He's like, I want to give you good, heartfelt, real educated things that I researched for, 50 hours to find out about. I'll use NES Complex, our good buddy. We have a buddy who does a series called Declassified, and he goes into deep Nintendo lore that nobody knows. I mean, he's reading books for days written by different developers to find out one little thing that people don't know. And he's like, that deserves a full video.
So why do you think YouTube is pushing that algorithm? What is their thinking? Why, if they already had this platform with long form being successful, right? Why did they, is it just to compete with TikTok and
who's growing up and getting more engaged with media?
So there was just the younger kids, you think?
TikTok is
and
so
retention
huge.
time.
But why would you want to jump into that if that was already available? Why wouldn't you want to stick true to okay, this is what we do. You guys are
I know,
TikTok
right?
and you're Reels. Why did they feel the
Advertising
need to?
has to
But
be
if
in
they,
that
but if
aspect.
you guys say you don't make any money off of it, so it's not a
Probably why they do
revenue
it.
thing.
Yeah.
Or is it because they're keeping all the money? What?
We don't know, of course, the innards of YouTube, and every other podcast. You listen to Colin Samir too.
Yeah.
Every other podcast you listen to is they're going towards short form. Well, now they're pushing towards long form.
Right.
Now, so it's always this big circle of who knows what. But I will say, definitely the easiest way to grow is shorts. But I will say, when I went to YouTube Summit, they were very clear. YouTube is not really caring about subscribers at all.
Yeah.
They wish they didn't say, here's your play button because you got 100,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
It should be based on views now, because subscribers, and I don't mean to, I'm never knocking anyone, we've talked about it before, but subscribers are nearly irrelevant sometimes. There are so many, and I've said it, channels with so many subscribers that are getting lower views than you can imagine for the subscriber count.
Yeah.
And it's almost like, please don't take it that way for doing shorts. Awesome. I know plenty of people are killing it with shorts. I love them. They're doing great. But it's almost like there's a lot of it that's just almost stroking ego. Shoot, I'm getting huge off these. But really, you're not seeing an actual benefit other than it being, you're having fun doing it maybe, and you're getting that, but you're not getting like, at least right now on YouTube, I have multiple shorts with millions of views, and it's like 4 cents.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Yep.
Yeah, but also don't get discouraged for just putting out content that you feel that is.
no, that's what you should do. That's what we want.
Yeah.
But like, it's hard to make the time to make a short when I want to edit it and make it good, when I know 100,000 views will get $9. And I'm like, it's good. And it's like, I don't know. It's a hard, I do think YouTube though, for the future of YouTube, I think they have really the only secure social media platform that successfully does long form content. I think Instagram's tried it with IGTV, if you remember that. TikTok has, and that failed. And I think TikTok has said it always tells me you can upload 10-minute videos, but I think YouTube is where people just know to go to do the long form. And that's where I think the best creators try to go, because they know that that's where there's sustainability with their business. It makes the most sense. And Mr. Beast, he's not exactly focusing on shorts. He makes them and he does a really good job, but his goal is long form for sure. So.
I definitely agree with that sentiment, because YouTube has definitely stayed on brand with being who they are and letting the creator be who they really want to be.
Yeah.
To an extent.
There's
a lot of canceled people.
There are those type of rules, but I mean, like, in the aspect of YouTube, it's not very controversial. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like TikTok, because it's owned by a certain company outside of the US, it's controversial. They steal data. But all companies do. But I mean, like, they're more known for it. You know what I mean? And I feel like it's more brand friendly for somebody to get on YouTube and be able to create a living off of it, because they know it's like secure. They have their audience. It's one of the largest audiences anywhere, right?
Google.
Yeah.
It's like one of the top anything in the world. But yeah, I think, as far as like shorts go, again, I still can enjoy it, but I really just pray that long stays around, because I love consuming it much more. I love creating it much more. I can walk away from a short and whether I'm like, oh, that was fun or that was sad, but it never impacts me going forward through my day. Like, I like to be impacted
when I run out of long form content, it's like all I take in. I'm like a degenerate. I'm just like swipe on to the next one. But I was gonna have Ricky. Do you have a question on there?
Yeah. So with all this, where do you guys think the reselling market's gonna go? Like the reselling content.
Do you think there is still a future in what we do, collecting, reselling? Is it gonna get old? Is it tiresome? How long can this last of people going, I went to a swap meet today and I found this?
I hope a really long time. I do think that obviously there's a market for people who just want to flip it on and relax and watch cool things being discovered. But it also is really conducive to short form. I mean, people are impatient. And I think it's cool to see, I went into a store, I got this, it sold for this, the end. But I hope that there's...
I like how both me and you are like kind of dying inside right now. I'm like looking at you and I feel it. I'm like, yeah, I'm dying inside right now.
I'm so scared. I can't do only shorts. I can't. It'd be so sad to see that arm of my business completely die. But I don't think it will. I do think, because there's such a connection. I feel so connected to the people that watch my longer videos, and they're like my family, and I'm so grateful for them. And I just feel like, I don't know, I hope that doesn't go away too. But I think hopefully reselling doesn't go away. It's more competitive, I think. Do you think that's more competitive? I think reselling's getting a little more...
Oh, boy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, goodness.
Definitely.
So maybe that would be a factor. More people...
I'm about to go to the luggage cargo next.
I'll give you the details.
More competitive.
It'll ship to you. I'll help you out.
Now, I know this is not on brand or on topic, but how was your experience going out to the swap meet with us and kind of discovering like what you did?
So today was kind of a new content. I know you've been to swap meets before, kind of that.
Oh yeah.
What was it like new content, California swap meet hunting? Was it? Did you feel like it was a
heaven
experience? It was
wonderful. We're moving. It was awesome.
The announcement.
The people. I was kind of I'm like, oh, I'm in Southern California. I bet everyone's like much more like rude, but they weren't. They were so nice. I was like blown away at how accommodating, nice. They understood what I do. They don't care. They're like, I'll cut you a deal. You're buying bulk. Here's my number. Let's connect. I was really blown away by that. Really great stuff. I mean, you're in a great location to get amazing stuff. Yeah. I spent $1,740 today.
Nice.
Thank you, Riff. He had Zelle, and I did not have that set up. So I was like, can you give me like $1,000? And I just but I did Venmo you right after.
Yes, of course.
Just take
fine.
It.
Yes.
But it was incredible, and I honestly think I'm going to be coming back way sooner because I need to connect with that swap meet again. I think I have $10,000 of stuff in my car.
I was gonna say, you not only got
what's
good-
coming out later.
you not only
no,
got-
rob me, please.
You not only got good content, but you got for your business
Amazing,
well worth.
amazing
Also,
stuff.
I will say to the California thing, I was going to make a joke, but maybe possibly true. You're in Southern California, right by the beach. I mean,
Yeah.
it's hard to find people who can be in a bad mood. Even that swap meet.
Right.
Actually, we've never really said that on
What?
anywhere.
What?
That swap meet that we go to week after week is a few minutes from the beach.
It's
Yeah.
it's
So you're that salty air. Everyone's
Everyone's so
pretty,
nice.
It's a pretty
So
happy
good. It's-
place.
Yeah,
It's a great
everyone's
place. It really
everyone's
is.
just chill and like doing
Yeah.
their thing, and like we were up. I mean, you go so early. I was getting my kids out of the hotel bed, like, come on, you guys. But we went right at 7, and there's. I was
Ooh, that's
surprised that
late.
they're. I know, right?
You were
They-
super late.
Curtis was there.
I was. I know. You guys are.
I
You
was there
guys
at
are.
6.
I get
That's
why you
kinda
go that
late.
early. I get it. Because people are there, but no one's like bugged that you're there early. I think in Utah it's like no early birds. No, don't come early. No one interrupt. But as they were unloading at that one booth, like right as it was going on the rack, people were fighting and taking it, but not fighting. It wasn't even like aggressive.
Yeah,
It was
just like, here's the product.
here's the
Let's
product,
go.
and they did not care. And the guy I talked to has been doing this for 20 years, and he just was the nicest person. So I honestly, like, I was texting TJ, like, I'm gonna have to come back regularly just for the swap meet. It's insane what the deals are. It's crazy good.
Do you have a swap meet, like a big one in Salt Lake?
We do. Yeah,
Salt
we're
Lake
in Salt
City?
Lake City. There's one at the Redwood Drive-In. It's like a drive-in movie theater, but also swap meet every single Friday, Saturday. It's fine. I found good stuff, but it's not like this. It's people are really. I've tried to negotiate on prices, and they're very like absolutely not, and they'll walk away. And I'm like,
yeah.
it's
And
rough.
I'm from Connecticut originally. and We
Okay.
have like one at the drive-in as well.
Oh, you do?
yeah, I'm
Okay,
familiar
very
with that.
cool.
And there's good vendors, but it's like, oh, maybe one or two guys, and then the rest we walked by. Okay, let's go home, kind of thing. Not like
Yeah.
the madness that we experienced.
Yeah.
Good madness.
Five
Great
madness.
We had 5
Yeah.
carts. I had to
Build
unload
6 foot tall.
Real.
I had to unload twice today. In addition to your 1,700, but today was a kind of a crazy day.
We all spent a lot today.
Yeah.
Unreal day.
But
Yeah,
like
unreal.
5, maybe 6 carts. It was like a wagon
And
of
they were
carts.
filled like 6
Yeah.
feet tall.
Filled 6 feet high. You saw when I at one point came over to you guys and I was like, oh, look at your guys' little measly piles, and they were full, and
Just
mine was
joking,
like
yeah.
stacked up like falling over off the
I
top.
honestly had the expectation because it's a new scene. I didn't think you were gonna be able to find that type of find like that. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
You did good.
I got. Well, I do like to just when I'm in the zone, I like to just go. I'm going and combing through everything and. But I got a tip off from Blake,
Yep.
who was the one who told me, hey, there's this guy who has really nice stuff. And that once I went over there, all the
was
magic
done.
happened. It was done.
It felt like it was
yeah.
a perfect day for you because we have more people like hey, does you know anybody that buys Pendleton
Oh,
or
yeah.
buys
Oh, did you get that Pendleton
Banshees?
stuff?
No, where was that?
Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, buddy. Sorry. I was watching your kids.
You were watching my kids.
I
while
took your kids to eat.
My kids were so bored. Yeah, we
They were
took them to
great.
get tacos.
They were great.
So I could go back to that guy and get more money and buy even more. It was amazing. Yeah, I got. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy. But yeah, it was a great experience, and I'll definitely it reminds me. He reminds me of Tommy back at home. I have Salt Lake. I have a contact Tommy who I've made videos about, who has amazing stuff. He gets truckloads, and he's just looking to move it. So that's the kind of person you want to connect with. People who are like, we're moving this stuff. You're a bulk buyer, awesome. Not kind of the penny pinching I've seen at the Redwood Flea Market. I don't know, but maybe I need to just make better contacts.
Is it interesting to see how we're you were down here the weekend and you're like, man, these guys hung out 3 days of the
It's
week, just
awesome.
all the boys hanging. Is that a weird
It was
thing?
so
or?
fun, not weird. It was awesome. It was so cool to see. You guys are just the nicest. We are just having the best experience, and you guys have been nothing but gracious, kind, wonderful to my kids. This has beat Disneyland for them. They're like, this was more fun.
Wow.
This was cooler. They love hanging out with you. So
Well, you've raised
it
good
has
kids. We
been-
can say that they were
Aw.
They
were
haven't made a peep.
They don't.
They've been out there
They
all the time.
they weren't complaining at the swap meet. I'm sure they're not having a blast,
weren't
but they
having
don't
a
say a
blast, but
word.
yeah.
They're hanging out. They're just
They're cutie
smiling.
pies.
They're being good kids. So take pride in
It's
that
all
you raised.
TJ. TJ did it.
All right, well, Tej, good job, man. No, you guys have done a great job.
Hustle at home,
Thank
Dad.
you. Hustle at home, Dad.
Hustle at home, papa.
All right. Well, I mean, we're going to close this one out. I want to say that all the audio full episodes will be linked in the description. And I want to say thank you guys for all the support. Ashley, thank you for being
Thank
here.
you, Ashley.
And shout out to your
Awesome.
channel.
Thank
Please
you
go
so much.
subscribe to Hustle at Home
Hustle
Mom.
at Home Mom.
Come
And,
check it out. We
should
have a
put
lot
it-
of fun.
Yeah, and we should put it in the description for her channel.
I'll make sure that Curtis does that.
Oh.
No,
All
for
right,
sure.
thank you guys. Have a good
you.
one.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
That's it.